A must-win, yes. Staying alive. You don't want to get to 5 losses. I think 5 losses is definitely going to be out, and 4. There's no guarantee at 4. But the good news is we won. That's what we had to do. Now we hopefully win the next 3 we got left, and see what we can do.
As much as all of us hate the cliche one game at a time, it literally is at this stage, isn't it?
Al, it's one game at a time. It is. But it is. It's do or die. I really feel it's do or die, and we knew that coming into this game, and played great. We played a terrific game against the PEI boys today, and feels good. We had a rough day yesterday. It just didn't go our way, and we knew we had to really pull up our socks, and we played really well today. We got a couple uncharacteristic misses out of Adam Casey, which was good for us, but you need the breaks along the way. I thought we played terrific, so if we can keep playing like that, you never know.
Trying to think back of times where you were on the edge this long and needing to clutch up down the stretch. You've always kind of sailed in, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't know whether there has been. To be honest with you, maybe back first 91. I think we were the only time we ever missed playoffs was I think we're 6-5. But I think I don't recall ever being this tight going over the last 3 games. But we're not done yet.
A lot of emotion.
That was a must-win after last night, I can only assume.
Yeah, well, it felt like that. Obviously, we wanted to get things back in the win column after a tough day yesterday. Losing both, and the way we lost the second game yesterday was obviously disappointing. But we came out and played really well again. We've played well even in the losses, so we just got to keep doing that and hope that the W's come.
Yeah, it's the nature of curling. You're going to get tough losses. Nobody doesn't get tough losses along the way. How did you deal with it last night as a group?
Same as we deal with any tough loss. You get together and chat with our coach and each other and make sure that anything that needs to be said is said, and we move forward. And it's always about what's important now, and that's always the next shot, the next game, and that's how you got to deal with it. So hopefully we've dealt with our tough losses and we can get on a bit of a roll here, but all we can do is keep making our shots.
Well, and it was freakish. I mean, it's not like there was an execution issue. It wasn't like there was a strategical. It was freakish. I mean, a bolt of lightning.
It hasn't happened. I can't remember the last time that's happened to me personally as a sweeper to touch a rock. It doesn't happen very often, but. When it does, you hope it's one of Benny's rocks, not one of Kevin's. Unfortunately, last night it was one of Kevin's, so that sucked, but that's the way it goes.
So again, from a headspace perspective, I know, in theory it should be easy to get over that, but I think that was important from that perspective, just to get you back in a positive frame of mind.
Sure, yeah, it's not that easy to get over that last night. Obviously, you don't want to let your team down like that, regardless of how it happened or why it happened. But with this team, give the guys a lot of credit for supporting each other regardless, and coming out today and playing great and getting the win again.
Yeah, first 5 ends I thought we played really well. Even in 6 and 7 we played good. Got a little bit sloppy 8 and 9, but to get a win against those guys and keep us in a real good situation, it's nice.
Yeah, and now obviously we're now starting to talk about setting the table for the closing weekend, and now you can start thinking about 1-2 game. Is that on your mind yet?
No, not yet. We still have 4 games against 4 real quality teams, and we're still going to have to win probably at least 3 of them to get into that 1-2 game. And I haven't looked at it too closely. I think it's a little bit too early. I think maybe tomorrow night might be a good time to look at that, but. We got Quebec tonight, so hopefully we can come out and play like we did today.
Getting those guys to 4 losses and maybe delivering, I don't want to say killing blow, but if you know what I mean, putting them on the ropes, is that a good thing too? Because you know what that team is capable of.
Yeah, absolutely. You've seen it in the last 2 Briers, and they were an unstoppable force once they got to the playoffs last year. And anytime you can get a good team against the ropes, it's a good idea. And last year, we felt the same way with Cooey when, if they didn't make the playoffs, it's probably a good thing because they're so skilled, and if they turn it on, they can play incredibly well. And Pat's team is the exact same way. So I'd like to see every team eliminated from the playoffs except for us.
And taking all of that into consideration, do you like the way your team is playing right now?
I do. I think we're playing very well. Didn't like a couple things out there, but we haven't been in that situation so far this week. All of our games have been really tight. So, in 8 and 9, there were a few things I didn't like and how we handled and how we missed. It was pretty uncharacteristic of our team. But fortunately, Mark made some good shots. I made some good shots to minimize the damage.
It's like a thrill ride at Disneyland right now. You guys are just back and forth, up and down. It's that kind of Brier.
Yeah, just had a little trouble with the speed of the ice, and that's getting us in trouble early in games. So we got to pick up on that a little quicker. The speeds, it's manageable. We're just not making the corrections.
And that's a little frustrating, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we built this team around being able to position stones, and right now we're just misjudging a few of them. So, but we got a good opportunity coming up here. We're still alive.
Yeah, and that's the key thing is you're still alive at this point. It's just it must be so mentally taxing.
Yeah, for sure. And we got some tough games coming up, so we're going to have to really grind it out. But, I mean, these are all teams we've beaten before, so we've got to do it at the right time now.
This is supposed to be fun, right?
Absolutely, it is.